A friend is a person who celebrates happiness, removes sorrow, and fades pain. More than that, it is a form of love that support in all fields. Wishing all my friends a happy Friendship Day. Good morning to all participants. I am Veena. On behalf of our organizing committee, welcome you all to the webinar of Getting Smart, organized by the Department of Science, St. Joseph's College of Engineering, Chennai. I would like to take this opportunity to thank our most respected chairman of St. Joseph's Group of Institutions, Dr. B. Babu Manoharan Sir, Managing Director Mrs. S. Jessipriya Ma'am, Director B. Sashi Sekhar Sir, Principal Dr. Vaddi Sheshagiri Rao Sir, Dean Dr. B. Parvatavartini Ma'am, and Head of the Department of Science and convener of this program, Dr. B. N. Nandini Devi Ma'am, for providing us with the untiring guidance and needful support for conducting this webinar. In this context, we believe that the lecture by our invited speaker, Mr. A. S. Balakrishnan and Nambi Ellarasu, to take over the session on civil service examinations to build up a dream career on it. Dear participants, please join me in providing a hearty welcome to our resource person, Mr. Nambi Ellarasu, to open about civil service examinations.
A very good morning to one all present here. Myself, Nambi Elilarasu, from the Department of Electronics and Instrumentation of St. Joseph College of Engineering. Well, we all know that civil service is one of the prestigious jobs in India. In this session, we would like to present the career opportunity in civil services, the process of the exam, and how to prepare for it. Union Public Service Commission is a centralized agency which conducts various examinations every year, such as Indian Engineering Service, Statistics Service, Defense Examination, Indian Forest Service, and Civil Service Examination, etc. Civil Service Examination is a nationwide competitive examination in India for recruitment to various civil service of the Government of India. The most common knowledge that people have is that IAS officers and IPS officers constitute the civil services. But far be from it, there are plethora of services which come under the civil service. It is just that the IAS and IPS are more of public face and they are more visible to public with respect to the nature of the work they carry out. So I will be starting with the section which comprises the civil services, who they are and what they do. The first service is Indian Administrative Service, IAS. An IAS officer will not only serve as a district collector. IAS officer will be appointed in various ministries of the government. Almost all the departments and ministries are headed by IAS officers. These officers are almost appointed in health commissioners, secretary, managing directors, etc. You can see that there is a lot of job variability in this service. So it could be fun for some people who do not like monotonous jobs. The next service is Indian Police Service, IPS. Maintenance of law and order is the main function of these officers. It is a uniformed service. IPS officer also is offering job variability like narcotics, cybercrime, intelligence, juvenile crime, etc. The next service is Indian Foreign Service, IFS. These officers represent our country in other countries. Our country has set up embassies and consulate all over the world wide. These officers will look after these. They also represent our country in international bodies like United Nations. The next service is Indian Revenue Service, IRS IT. These officers generate revenue for the government through income tax. All taxes on income are to be collected in time to meet the expenditure of the government. The next service is Indian Revenue Service, IRS Customs. Central Board of Excise and Customs is a part of the Department of Revenue under the Ministry of Finance. The officers in this department deal with the task of formulation of policy and collection of customs and central excise duties, and service taxes, prevention of smuggling, and administration of matters related to the customs. The next service is Indian Audit and Accounts Service, IAAS. Indian Audit and Accounts Department assists a constitutional authority called CAG in fulfilling of his constitutional duties. Indian Audit and Accounts Service officers serve as the top management of Audit Department. The next service is Indian Information Service, IIS. These officers manage government print media, electronic media, and advertising needs of the ministries and act as a press advisor. They control official media of the government. They go to the work for the management of Doordarshan and All India Radio. They work under the Ministry of Information and Broadcasting, Indian Civil Account Service, ICAS. These offices maintains the accounts of the government. Public finance management is what you do as an ICAS officer. Thus, they manage receipts, payments, pension accounting, and financial reporting and internal audit in the civil ministries. The next service is Indian Corporate Law Service, ICLS. These offices regulate the corporate sector in the country. They are visible with the implementation of Companies Act and Liability Partnership Act. Whether the countries are running according to the provisions of the government is what these offices monitor. The next service is Indian Defence Estate Service, IDES. Ministry of Defence is the biggest landholder among all the ministries of the government of India. Managing this land optimally is the task of IDES officers. They are also appointed as CEOs of cantonment boards to look after the civil affairs in the government. The next service is Indian Defence Account Service, IDA. These officers provide financial advice, payment accounting, and internal audit function in respect of Army, Navy, and Air Force, Ordinance factories, DRDO, canteen stores department, and allied organizations. The next service is Indian Ordnance Factory Service, IOFS. Ordnance factories manufacture defense equipments. There are more than 1.5 lakhs employees working in such factories. The administration of these factories is done by IOFS officers. The next service is Indian Postal Service. These offices manage and monitor the postal service in our country. There are many employees serving in this department and post service are located in the country. So government uses these offices to provide other services also. The next service is Indian Postal and Telecommunication Accounts and Finance Service. This is related to the Department of Ports. These offices maintains the accounts. These offices maintains the accounts and finance of the department, as there are many employees and offices. The next service is Indian Railway Account Service, IRAS officers. And Indian Railway is also one of the largest government employer, and it has the monopoly of providing railway service in the country. IRAS officers maintains railway accounts. Indian Railway Personnel Service, IRPS. These officers are like the HR of Indian Railways. The next service is Indian Railway Traffic Service. These officers manage the passengers and cargo traffic of Indian Railways. The next service is Indian Protection Force, RPF. These officers serve as security commissioners in the Railway Protection Force. The next service is Armed Forces Headquarters Civil Service. The officers of AFHC contribute significantly in the functioning of Armed Forces Headquarters. Inter-service organizations, except those related to the technical and combat aspects in respect of the armed forces. The next service is Indian Delhi, Andaman and Nicobar Island Civil Service, DANIX. Delhi is a national capital territory and Andaman and Nicobar is a union territory. The administrative aspect of these offices are taken care by offices of DANIX. The next service is Andaman Nicobar Island Police Service. Similarly, law and order aspects of these offices are taken care by DANIX officers. Pondicherry Civil Service. These officers these officers serve in the administrative aspect of the Union Territory of Pondicherry. Pondicherry Civil Service. Pondicherry Police Service. These officers serve to maintain the law and order aspects of the Union Territory of Pondicherry. Next comes the eligibility. Eligibility for appearing in civil service examination are given below. The first is nationality. You should be a citizen of India. Next, age limit. Minimum age is 21 and maximum age is 32. And there is some relaxations for OBC candidates till the age of 35 and for SC/ST candidates till the age of 37. Educational qualification. You should have completed a degree in a government certified organization. It can be any degree. And the next is attempt. UPSC has gave 6 attempts for general categories till the age of 32 and 9 attempts for OBC candidates till the age of 35 and unlimited attempts for SC/ST candidates till the age of 37. The process of the civil services examination is 1 year. You will be having prelims, mains and interview. Prelims is an objective type examination, mains is a descriptive type examination, and finally the interview or personality test. The first comes the prelims. In prelims, you will be writing 2 papers: general studies general studies paper and civil services aptitude test. CSAT is a qualifying paper in nature. In prelims, only if you clear the CSAT paper, your general studies paper will be evaluated. In general studies, the questions will be from history, geography, economics, political science, and current affairs, etc. The question paper will have 100 questions each. Each question carries 2 marks, and if you mark a wrong answer, 0.67 marks will be reduced from your total. Over to my friend Balakrishnan.
Hi all. Happy morning to everyone. I, A.S. Balakrishnan from the Department Electronics and Instrumentation Engineering. Now, let us see about mains examination. What is mains examination? Okay, mains examination is a written type of exam. Here, it consists of 9 papers. The 9 papers are the 2 language papers are the qualifier and rest of the 7 papers are counted followed by interview for the merit list. The total mark for the mains examination is 1750. Now let's see the syllabus. First, essay paper. Essay paper. Here we need to write 2 essays on a general topic for 3 hours. Each essay carries 125 marks. So totally we need to write the exam for 250 marks. This paper helps you to boost your total. Now let us see about language paper. Here again it contains 2 paper. Paper 1. It is a English paper which carries 300 marks and paper 2. It is an optional language, that is, we can choose any Indian languages such as Assamese, Malayalam, Tamil, Bengali, Gujarati, Hindi, Kannadam, etc. It again carries 300 marks. Now let's see about General Studies 1. It contains, here we need to read history, society, and geography. First, in history, we come across about Indian culture, which covers the salient features of literature, art forms, and architecture from ancient to modern times. Modern Indian history include the significant events, personalities, issues during the middle of the 18th century until the present. Various stages and important contributors and contributions from different parts of the country in the freedom struggle. Moreover, we also need to know about post independence consolidation and reorganization within the country. Now, let's see about society. Here, we need to know about salient aspects of diversity of India and Indian society, role of women and women's organization, population and associated issues, poverty and developmental issues, urbanization and their problems and remedies. Next, geography. Here, we should know about distribution of key natural resources across the world, including South Asia and the Indian subcontinent. effects of globalization on Indian society, and factors responsible for the allocation of primary, secondary, and tertiary sector industries in various parts of the world, including India, have to be known. Next, general studies 2. Here, we basically go through governance, constitution, polity, social justice, and international relations. Now, let's get in depth to it. To qualify general studies 2, we need to know Indian Constitution historical underpinnings, evolution, features, amendments, significant provisions, and basic structure. Comparison of Indian constitutional scheme with that of the other countries, separation of powers between various organs, dispute redressal mechanisms, and institutions have to be known. Apart from this, we need to know about salient features of the Representation of the People's Act, issues related to poverty and hunger, role of civil services in a democracy, India and its neighborhood relations, effect of policies and politics of developed and developing countries on India's interests and Indian diaspora. Next, we'll move on to the next topic, General Studies 3. In General Studies 3, we come across technology, economic development, biodiversity, environment, security, and disaster management. To clear this paper, we need to know about Indian economy and issues relating to planning, mobilization of resources, growth, development, and employment. We must also refer that government budgeting and inclusive growth and issues arising from it, economics of animal rearing, major crops, cropping pattern in various parts of the country, and different types of irrigation and irrigation system storage, transport, and marketing of agricultural produce and issues related to constraints. Finally, in this, we need to know about security challenges and their management in border areas and linkages of organized crime with terrorism and linkages between development and spread of extremism. Finally, General Studies 4. Know the ethics, integrity, and aptitude. This paper includes questions to check the candidate's attitude and approach to issues relating to integrity, probity in public life, and his or her problem solving approach to various issues and conflicts faced by him or her while dealing with society. Questions may utilize the case study approach to determine these aspects and cover areas. First, ethics and human interface. Here, know about essence, determinants, and consequences of ethics in human actions, dimension of ethics, and ethics in private and public relationships. Next, human values. Learn the lessons from the lives and teachings of great leaders, reformers, and administrators, and role of family, society, and educational institutions in inculcating values. Next, aptitude and foundational values for civil service, integrity, impartiality, non-partisanship, objectivity, dedication to public service, empathy, tolerance, and compassion towards the weaker sections. Finally, have a case studies on those issues which I have said now. Next, we'll move on to the most important topic, that is choosing an optional. Here, do not deviate with the infinite number of suggestions. Only you can choose the optional that would suit you. Remember that optional could grant you 500 marks. How to choose optional subject for UPSC Civil Services examination? There are many aspects to be kept in mind while choosing an optional subject. They are first, interest and academic background of the aspirant. That is, kindly identify your interest in a subject by exploring about it through school level NCRTs and going through optional subject syllabus and your comfort level in reading the subject. For example, if you're from commerce background, look for what you have already studied in college and choose accordingly between commerce management or public administration. If you are from engineering background, check the syllabus and content of optional subjects like physics, chemistry, or maths, or engineering optional like civil, electrical, mechanical, etc. If you are not comfortable with the science subjects mentioned, check the other optional subjects such as geography, psychology, anthropology, political science, sociology, public administration, philosophy, etc. Second, coaching available in the subject. That is, check from your peers, friends, civil servants who have already qualified for identifying the best coaching classes available. Study material from a good coaching along with the classes conducted will accelerate your preparation manifolds. Finally, this is the most important topic, that is time management. Apart from the comprehending ability, a candidate should decide on how much of time he or she would be able to spend on studying an optional subject. A few candidates might be working while preparing or studying at a university, etc., should be able to estimate the amount of time required to study the chosen optional subject along with the general studies. Here are some optional subjects. They are agriculture, veterinary science, anthropology, botany, civil engineering, commerce and accounts, economics, electrical engineering, geography, history, law, management, mechanical engineering, medical science, philosophy, physics, political science, mathematics, psychology, administration, sociology, zoology, and etc. Next, we'll move on to the final topic of the syllabus, that is personality test, which is a face-to-face interview. Interview will be held at New Delhi. Interview is conducted to test your personality and character, attitude, and the way you handle the situation. Personality test is for 275 marks. The combined total of mains and interview is released for merit list of 2025 marks. Now, I hand over this session to my friend Nambi Larson.
This not for average students. Well, this exam is probably the only exam which gives you a level playing field in the sense that the only thing that is required is your hard work and determination. And it does not matter how well you scored in the past, how many marks you got in your college, how much percentage you scored in the board exam. It does not matter. What matters is how much you are willing to work hard when you start your preparation and how much willing you are to continue with that preparation. Nothing else matters. This exam gives you an opportunity, a platform which is equal for everyone. It does not matter which school you are belong to, which college you are from, it does not matter. Matter is how much you are willing to work hard for it. All you need for getting selected is passion to service, a proper plan, determination to fight, persistence to go the distance, hard work and smart work. The second myth is you will have to study for 14 to 15 hours. This is a huge myth among all. A day has only 24 hours in total. In that, we have to sleep, eat, and we have to do some essential things for survival. I would say that hard work done smartly will work. It won't require only smart work, or it won't require only hard work. You don't need to study for 14 hours, 16 hours, 12 hours a day. Dedicated study of 6 to 8 hours is more than enough. What you rather need is a good timetable, 6 to 8 hours of honest, dedicated hours of study, regular revision. The next myth is coaching is absolutely necessary. Absolutely not. More and more people are proving it every year. Joining a coaching can be helpful. If you can't join, it's fine. You are not losing anything. It's almost 85% percentage of your own effort. It is not necessary to join a coaching. But again, I will tell you that a coaching is not something wrong. Lot of aspirants say that coaching helped them a lot during their preparation. Thing is that you have to judge that whether you need a coaching or not. What you need is know what to study and what to avoid. Use internet effectively, but don't get stuck to. Don't be always seeking an advice. The next myth is Bias against Tamil medium aspirants. The reason for the low selection rate is the best material are available in English. Most Tamil medium students don't get proper guidance. The next myth is some optionals are fundamentally better. You should not choose an optional based on the trend. All optional subject has their own pros and cons. In the end, it must be depend on your own interest. So if you are interested in civil services but you don't know or you are confused where to start your preparation, then first start with the basic NCERT books from class 6th to 12th. If you start reading basic NCERT books, you'll get some basic knowledge about that subject. After completing your NCERT books, you can proceed with the advanced books. And the next thing that you can do for your preparation is start studying for CSAT. Civil Services Aptitude Test plays a major role in your preparation because only if you clear the CSAT paper, your general studies paper will be evaluated. And the next is newspaper. Over to my friend Balakrishnan.
Newspaper. Generally, we all know to read the newspaper, but newspapers are very important part of your preparation, and it is also true that you can't spend your precious UPSC preparation time reading only the newspaper. People who are aware of the exam pattern do not consume much time reading it as compared to the beginners. Here are few tips to read the newspaper for UPSC. First, know the syllabus. Read the syllabus thoroughly as it will help you in picking the articles while leaving out of the irrelevant ones. This is a major time saver. Next, don't focus on any political news. Do not put your focus on political news or remarks. Also, it does not serve any purpose to read local political news. Example, BBMP officials bracing for mass transfers. Next, focus on socio-economic news. It is important to read socio-economic news like women issues, educational issues, health issues, issues or policies affecting vulnerable sections of the society. Next, read issues of national and international importance. You must treat all news that is of either national or international importance. You should focus on the political issues related to the Constitution of India and the legislative and administrative processes. Next, avoid the death, awards, and sport section. In this, these sections should be avoided completely. You can just have a look at the headlines of those sports sections and other sections. Do not try to learn the basic concepts. For you to be able to understand the articles better, it is advisable to have some understanding of the concepts. It is a complete waste of time to try to learn the basic concepts from the newspaper. This will definitely kill your time and confidence. Focus on High or Supreme Court verdicts. These are very important from the exam point of view. Finally, read the editorial section. This is the most important section in the newspaper. While reading this section, you would have a pen or pencil in your hand and underline every specific information you feel that will be helpful. It will take some time for a beginner to be able to extract relevant information from newspapers. You will learn gradually, and once you have mastered the basic concepts, your outlook towards this exam and preparation will change upside down. That will be the time when you will start loving your preparation process. Try to enjoy the process and not treat it like something you have to do. This is very important so that you can ex- extract maximum benefit out of this process. Initially, it will take much time. Only newspaper studying will take 4 to 5 hours per day. Cutting and putting them in files will take another 1 hour. But slowly you will realize which news is important and which are not. At the time of the exam, you will see that this effort of yours will put you much ahead of others in the general studies score. The most recommended newspaper for the civil service exam is the Hindu. You must also refer the following for a complete picture of the events that are of national and international importance. First, Yojana magazines. Next, Press Information Bureau, that is PIB. Last, websites of various ministries. Nambi elders to continue.
So now I will be sharing some useful websites that can help you during your preparation. The first website is Press Information Bureau or PAB. In this website, you can learn about the government policies and plans. The next website is News on Air. In this website, there is a program called News Analysis, which is a 14 minutes program that has a good understanding about issues. And the next is GK Today. In this website, they will be posting daily quiz. It consists of 10 questions which are related to current affairs. The next is Rajya Sabha TV YouTube channel. It's a wonderful source of covering your current affairs which can help you in understanding issues deeply. These are the websites to cover your current affairs. Now, we will move on to the websites which are completely towards your UPSC preparation. The first is Insight on India. In this website, they will be posting questions daily and they will be also give the reference articles so you can read those articles and write your own answer and upload it. You can also review those answers in that platform. The next is IAS Baba. In this website, they post questions, they categorize the syllabus first, and according to that, they post the questions. And there is a 60 days program for prelims in this website. And the next website is Forum IAS blog. In this website, you can follow the 9 p.m. brief where the entire news of the entire day they just provide a gist. You can revise it every day. And the next is 10 p.m. quiz. So they post up about 5 to 6 questions. You can solve those MCQs. Apart from those, there are motivational articles also. So you could take help from all these websites. They will help you out in track of your preparation. Over to my friend Balakrishna.
Hey all, I'm back. Now, I'm here to say about civil services training. Ever wondered what awaits you after clearing the UPSC IAS exam? Yeah, I'll say. The life of an officer trainee is a profoundly fulfilling experience aimed at overall personality development and technical upskilling so that the fresh recruits join their respective cadres and services ready for the challenge. The first phase for successful candidate is a 4 month foundation course at the Lal Bahadur Shastri National Academy for the Administration. It is shortly called as Labasna. It involves Bharat Darshan and district training. The 4 month foundation course at Labasna is for all new recruits to the All India Services and Central Services. The course aims to instill a spirit of cooperation and coordination among different services by promoting an esprit de corps. Here we undergo foundation course, phase 1 training, district training, phase 2 training, and assistant secretaryship. Apart from the induction training for direct recruits, Labasna also holds induction training for the officers promoted from the state civil services to the IAS. Also, mid-career training programs are held for upskilling bureaucrats. Next, we'll move on to the Bharat Darshan. Bharat Darshan. It is a study tour, an exclusive chance to savor the magnificence and rich diversity of a continental nation, discern the underlying unity in the midst of diversity. This 21 days tour is inspired from Mahatma Gandhi's Bharat Yatra. The 8 week study tour Bharat Darshan is also used to get the trainees familiar with public and private sector undertakings, NGOs, armed services, media, urban bodies, and parliamentary proceedings. The IAS Bharat Darshan schedule is designed in such a manner that after 21 days, the young civil servant would get a good picture of the country's diverse and rich cultural and geographical treasures. The IAS officer trainees have been generally taken for a winter study tour in Phase 1 training session. The trainees will be columned into 9 to 10 groups to travel across the country covering different attachments along with the pre-designated itinerary. Different groups of different attachments. Usually, the Bharat commences in the month of December and continues till February end. This exclusive study tour enables the trainees to know about the ecological, historical, and cultural background prevailing in the different zones of India. Trainees will have an opportunity to visit different institutions of national importance like RBI, SEBI, NGOs, and its functioning in the nation. For this purpose, the Bharat Darshan has different attachment. The various attachments helps to imbibe the soul of India and its functioning. Those attachments are first, army attachment. For the army attachment, the trainees group will be taken to Jammu and Kashmir. This attachment generally takes 1 week, which is known as the longer attachment. This helps the officer trainees to understand the functioning of Indian armed force and their interface and interaction between the civil administration and defense service. Second attachment is IAF attachment. For IAF attachment, the trainees group will be taken to Bidar, Karnataka, or any other Air Force station in India. Next, the Navy attachment. For the Navy attachment, the trainees group will be taken to a naval base in the country like Mumbai, Visakhapatnam, etc. Sometimes it may include Indian Coast Guard also. This attachment will take 2 to 3 days. Next comes the attachment with NGO. For the NGO attachment, the trainees group have a chance to visit an NGO and to appreciate their involvement in various fields of society and their practices. Next, attachment in Naxal affected or insurgency district. For the Navy attachment, the trainees group will be taken to the tribal village or Naxal hit areas. This will be enabled to understand the insurgency problems in connection with governance. Next, public sector attachment. For the public sector attachment, the trainees group will be taken to a RBI, SEBI, NTPC, or some other public sector undertakings. This enables the officer trainees to know about the managerial practices and how they discharge their functions. Next comes the attachment with district administration. This attachment is to understand the administration and welfare schemes in urban local body and district level. Next, attachment with forest or island administration. The hill areas, islands, and northeast Indian areas are considered as the complex terrain region. This attachment is to understand the operation of local administration in the difficult terrain region. Next, NSG attachment or STF, that is Special Task Force attachment. Officer trainees get a golden opportunity to meet NSG and STF authorities which take care the security concern of the nation. Next comes the miscellaneous attachment and local sighting. Apart from these attachments, officer trainees will get an opportunity to have attachments with national parks, universities, NDRF, and other institutions of national importance in India. After Bharat Darshan, officer trainees undergo BPST, that is Bureau of Parliamentary Studies attachment at the Lok Sabha Secretariat in Delhi. This 1 week long attachment provides the officer trainees to understand the parliamentary proceedings. Labasna provide a platform to handpick the best administrative practices and focuses to exposes the officer trainees to both the diversity of India and to governance challenges. Now we'll see about Himalayan trekking. Trek. Literally, the trek is high point of the foundation course. It is a memorable and a joyful journey. During the trek, the officer trainees go out into Himalayas. The academy makes all the basic arrangements like transport, boarding, lodging besides helpers and guides who are trained paramilitary force Jawans. The teams are provided with life-saving medicines, sleeping bag, rucksack, GPS or compass equipment, VHF handsets, and any other equipment of necessity. The district administration also provides the necessary support through block level or tehsil level officials. The faculty and doctors also visit the teams at various locations to guide and assist the officer trainees during the trekking. Thank you all. Now you can ask your queries. Someone asked, what is the right time to start preparing for UPSC exam? Hmm, Practically, a year is sufficient to crack civil services examination with dedicated preparation and focused approach. But I have more options for you. If you're in 10th standard or lesser, you just need to focus on NCRTs. It will strengthen your knowledge base and help you at the later stage during dedicated preparation for civil service examination. If you are student in standard 11th and 12th, the basic strategy remains the same as mentioned above. For the students pursuing graduation, apart from the basic strategy, you can now uh, you can now start your full-time preparation for civil services examination. You could either plan yourself a preparation strategy in sync with your graduation subjects. That's all. The best way to stay focused and committed to civil service examination. What? Hmm, yeah. Hmm. First, what you need to do is you should indulge in some activities like stay fit and active with yoga, meditation, healthy diet, and a decent lifestyle. Next, spend more time with people who support and motivate you towards your dreams. Indulge in fun activities that help you stay relaxed. Be regular with watching success stories of IAS or IPS toppers. Surround yourself with motivational quotes and sayings posted in your study space. Be open to learning new things as and whenever it's possible. How to tame mental tiredness and boredom. For you, read successful stories and motivational pieces. Like, do not overburden yourself with any sort of pressure. Uh, plan the study table for you and stick on to it. Use revision as your ultimate tool for effective preparation. Indulge in activities you love to do. Spend some quality time with your family and close friends. Involve into a healthy discussion with peers. Listen to happy and light music. And finally, keep calm, stay positive, and believe in yourself. But always remember that this is your life and only you can derive ways to fulfill your happiness aspirations, either in happily or not. That is your choice. Thank you.
Yeah, here is a doubt that if you want to join a coaching, how to select a coaching center. If you really need a coaching center for a preparation, first attend some trial classes and see the success rate in that coaching center. You can also join a coaching center only for test series. And if you can't afford for a coaching center, there is some free coaching center in Tamil Nadu like Manidinaya Mayas Academy and Civil Services Coaching Center. They conduct entrance examinations to join in these coaching centers. Well, there is no specific strategy or formula for this exam. You should have your own strategy. This exam wants your own individuality. And I would say that don't start your preparation with the mindset that I should clear this exam in first attempt. Try your best until you succeed. Try to learn from your mistakes. You can definitely crack this exam.
Good morning to all. The roots of all goodness lie in the soil of gratitude and appreciation. On behalf of the Department of Science, St. Joseph's College of Engineering, I deem it a green I deem it a great privilege to deliver a word of thanks for the successful completion of the session by Mr. Nambi Ezharasu and Mr. A.S. Balakrishnan. First and foremost, we would like to render our very special thanks to the management of the college, Principal Sir, Dean Ma'am, and Head of the department, and convener and all faculty members of the Department of Science. And I'm happy to express my thanks to all participants for making this a grand success. I, I will like to know that the e-certificates will be provided within 7 working days. And dear participants, the feedback link for the final day is posted on the comment box. Please fill it with a proper care. Please note that the link is only available for 10 minutes. Thank you and wishing you all a very happy Friendship Day.
Hey guys, we can wind up now.